Continue.
Like I said, mate, I just need a little bit of help making these videos for YouTube, do you know what I mean? Because it's a lot to do by yourself.
Is this video going to be cool?
Is it? Obviously. Is it going to be cool? Yeah, of course it's going to be cool.
I only work on cool videos.
I bet you do, mate, but look, these are going to be on my face all friggin' day, so I think that answers your question, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you can't rely on mates. And you also can't copy and paste yourself to make your very own film crew. But don't worry, because I'm going to go through how to make cinematic visuals all by yourself at home. Like this shot right here. Because friends are overrated. Maybe.
Right, let's get it straight first. It is really, really hard to film all by yourself because, well, you know, it's a lot really when you think about it. You gotta plan the thing, script the thing, storyboard the thing. That's before you even film the thing, light the thing, record sound for the thing. And that's without talking about talking to the camera. And after a year of making these videos solidly for this channel, I've learned a couple of things. One of the things I learned early on was that too much gear can actually give you the fear. It's not the best catchphrase, but to be fair, I did just come up with it now. But what I'm trying to say is that you want to keep the gear as simple as possible because you want to make your life nice and easy. Because at the end of the day, you're not on a film set, you're in your bedroom and there's no film crew because it's just you. I'm very aware now that actually this does look quite like a film set.
So this is all the gear you need to make a Hollywood feature film. And this is what you actually need. But I would stick a couple of lights back on there. Because, well, yeah, we want it to look good.
And once you strip back all the gear to the essentials, you start to find the whole process a lot less sort of overwhelming. And you actually start to begin to enjoy the process of making these videos by yourself. Or at least that's what I tell myself anyway. So you know the drill. You're about to start filming your video and you think,
how do I film all this with just me and a tripod and make it look interesting?
I can't tell you how many times that thought runs through my head.
And then I remember these two things.
More shots, more angles. Because yeah, obviously I could have just done the whole bit earlier, just talking directly to the camera in one shot. But for me personally, that's not interesting. It's the opposite. It's boring. Like Tuesday.
So I'd say definitely overshoot and get way more shots and way more angles than you think you actually need for your video. And even when you think you're done and you can't get any more shots, just no, get more. Because you want to go into the edit with as many options as possible to help tell your story. And if you don't end up using those extra shots, so what, who cares? Because the last thing you want is to get into the edit and find you've only got like one shot.
And that's it, is it? That's good. Just one shot. No close-up of the camera, me loading in the film, nothing, just really disappointed in you. Look, I mean, it's not the end of the world if you need to go out and film more stuff. Believe me, I've done it. I've done it so many times. And that's even with a shot list.
And this may sound obvious, but do you know what? I'm just going to say it anyway. Don't just tell us, show us as well. So if you're talking about your love of art, for example, show us the art you have around your house. Or if you're talking about a director you've been reading about, yeah, show us the book. If you're getting into film photography, show us the camera you've been using. If you're really, really into fancy cat lamps, I want to see that fancy cat lamp. And as I've said before in previous videos, like experiment with different angles or techniques or ways to film yourself and your surroundings.
Anything you can think of really to make your shots a bit more visually spicy, as it were, even if that means using like a £7 torch. And yeah, sometimes I like to just stick it in a little bag because Why not? We all know the reality of the situation is you can't copy and paste yourself. Mate, do you mind? Could you actually like get up and do something with your life? Because obviously in an ideal world, there would actually be two of you to get nice handheld shots and a bit of camera movement. But the reality is you're all alone. Well, that was pretty convenient that the sofa was here to catch the camera. Bit too convenient, almost like I planned it. Now, how can we create camera movement when we are home alone and our mates have literally left us for dead? Well, maybe we could just be that physical movement, you know, that free-flowing movement. You've heard jazz music. Doesn't make sense, but, you know, there's movement.
So yeah, by simply moving out of shot or opening a door or lifting something up into shot, we can create movement and energy in a static shot. I mean, at the moment, there's a bit too much energy going on. I sort of need this to just end because, well, I've got stuff to do. And as boring as a tripod may seem, you can get pretty creative with them. I mean, take this shot for example. I'm simply just leaning the whole tripod forward to create this sort of impact zoom effect. Which I think is alright, I mean, I like it. But look, if you still find yourself wanting more, you know, like more panache, more excitement from your shots, then you can always buy yourself a slider to help achieve that movement when you're filming by yourself. Plus, you can use it to do cool shots like this, which is actually way easier to achieve than it may seem. So let me break it down for you. Now, as a slider can replicate the same move consistently over and over again with the same timings, movement, everything, we can basically approach this effect as we would if it was a static shot on a tripod, by doing different actions in different parts of the frame and then simply masking around each movement and then stacking them on top of each other on the timeline. The main difference is we have to line them up at the very start of the slider move, so we don't get any slippage like this. Now for this shot, I used the wine bottle here as a marker to make sure I was lined up correctly. Then to add that extra bit of special sauce, I deliberately overlapped some of the actions here so I could chuck them into After Effects and rotoscope them out, which wasn't too bad as me sat on the floor, there was, you know, hardly any movement, and Fridge Me only crossed over for a couple of seconds. And there you have it, one standard issue cool shot that you'd be proud of to show your mum and dad, and you can tell them that you did it all by yourself without the help from any so-called friends.
Yeah, obviously there's that show on about aardvarks this afternoon, and he thinks I've got time to help him make a YouTube video. Yeah, I bet it won't even be cool either. Oh, sorry, hang on, mate. Oh, that is pretty cool, actually.
Now, of course, this wouldn't be a how to film yourself in a cinematic video if we didn't talk a little bit about lighting, or more to the point, where you stick your lights, like I have done in this location. But like I said at the beginning of the video, you're going to want to keep things nice and simple. And I keep things nice and simple by walking into a location and thinking, where's there already light coming into that space? And then I just motivate from there. So with this bedroom, for example, there's a big window behind me kicking out a load of daylight, so guess what? I've stuck a light there to replicate where that light would be coming from, and backlight me to separate me from the background. So there it is, on, off, and back on again. Takes a bit of time. There we go. And then on this side, I've got a softer light, which I've set to the same color temperature as the bedroom wall lights behind me. There it is, on, off, a little bit more moody, different vibe. Back on again. And as always, I've shot on the shadow side. Fucking classic. Now, with all that said, lighting, camera, sound. Oh, fuck yeah, I didn't talk about sound. So yeah, audio-wise, I talk into this and then I plug this into that. Now, with all that said, lighting, camera, and of course sound, you're going to want to add a bit of uniqueness and personality to your videos, because I feel like that is going to set you apart from everyone else. And anyone who's seen my channel or watched my videos before know that I like to add what we call a bit. Talking of which, I think we've got a bit coming up just now, actually. There you go.
Hey, it's me. Yeah, let me in. Mate, I'm so sorry about earlier. Oh yeah, I mean, I heard that you're making a cool video. So obviously I want a piece of that action.
Wish I could, mate. Wish I bloody could. But the thing is, I only make mega cool videos with mega cool people.
Oh really? Like who? You're gonna say it's you. It's you, isn't it?
Yeah.